All right, we're finally heading out the door to Chiang Mai. 8 months here in Phuket. Super excited to go up north, do something fun, do something different. Gotta get in the taxi right now. After a quick 45-minute flight, we landed, grabbed a 150 baht taxi just outside the front door of the terminal. I'm making that lady carry your bag for you. Checked into our hotel room at the Iris Hotel at 350 baht a night. How is it? Wolfed down some okay street food and quickly rented a motorbike before all the shops closed. After a short ride around town to get our bearings, we headed back to the hotel for a few nightcap drinks and got ready for a long first day of adventures the following morning. Starting off our first day, we decided to see as many of the old town attractions as possible, while juggling apartment hunting as well. We stumbled across this quaint little temple in the northeast corner of Old Town. Wat Papao was built in the late 1800s, is surrounded by a small school that in early spring, boys aged 7 to 14 are inducted as novice monks for a period of 3 days, and houses an ancient Buddha statue dating back to 1487. It is certainly not the grandest of temples, but nice for a quick visit nonetheless. From here we went to Wat Chiang Man, the oldest temple in Chiang Mai, even older than the city. Construction started in 1306 during the reign of King Mangra, who lived in the temple while overseeing the construction of Chiang Mai. 15 really cool life-size elephant carvings are incorporated into the temple's base. This temple possesses one of the most treasured artifacts in Thailand, a crystal Buddha carving of unknown date, but was first mentioned in 1296 when King Mingra arranged for it to be brought to Chiang Mai. A war was fought over the possession of the statue, and after its return, a ceremony has been performed every year on April 1st since 1380 to mark the occasion. Another famous Buddha in the temple dates back to 900 AD in India, known as the Stone Buddha. Legend says that whichever city possesses both Buddhas will thrive and have an abundance of rain. Old Chiang Mai is surrounded by ancient stone walls built in the late 1200s, creating a fortress city to protect against foreign invasion. Amazingly, many of the walls are still intact, although heavily renovated over the centuries.
I studied civil engineering. I can tell you this is not a wall.
From here, it was on to the famous Golden Temple. Wat Phra Singh was built in the late 1300s and was thought to originally house the Emerald Buddha, which now resides in the Royal Palace in Bangkok. This temple fell into ruin in the late 1700s during the decline and depopulation of Chiang Mai, but renovations starting in the early 1800s returned it to its original glory. What is this for?
For good luck, for lucky, for everything nice.
Okay. Next, we popped into Chiang Mai's Chinatown for a quick snack before heading back to our hotel to shower and rest before more afternoon adventures around town. 3 for 20 baht.
Hello. The sausage looks tempting. I'm Polish. We invented sausage.
After our nap, we zipped over to a relatively well-known khao soi shop to meet our friends for some food. What you think?
Yours look good and mine don't look that good yet.
Didn't look that good today?
Not yet.
What do you think? Khao soi is the famous northern Thailand coconut curry dish, topped with pickled veggies, lime juice, shallots, and lots of chilies. Man, this place was delicious.
Yeah, it's good. Surprisingly good. Better than the breakfast one. Have a look.
It's spicy and it's good. How would I rank it? I don't know. It's hard to say. This is my second khao soi in Chiang Mai, so pretty good. Delicious. Amazing. Stupendous. After lunch, we headed to yet another temple just north of Old Town. Here, the I Ping decorations were in full swing, making the temple seem more festive and alive. Wat Lok Moli was built around 1527 and has an incredibly large chedi, or Buddhist stupa, atop the ancient structure. The carvings and reliefs on top of this temple are pretty cool indeed. Up next was the Chiang Mai Historical Arts and Cultural Centers, followed by the Lana Folklife Museum. These don't make for great footage, but if you're interested in learning more about the history, art, and culture of Chiang Mai, I would certainly take a visit. Cost for all 3 museums were 180 baht for me and 40 baht for Chef Som. This was actually a great time to visit the museums as it had just started raining and we were in need of shelter. Leaving the museums, we grabbed a quick bite of barbecue chicken and fried pork with sticky rice, all for around 45 baht. And then it was time for our last museum before calling it a day. We stopped at probably Chiang Mai's most visited temple to walk around in the rain. Wat Chedi Luang was built in 1391, but it was expanded over the centuries until it reached its final form in 1475. The temple was heavily damaged in an earthquake in 1545 and also housed the most sacred cultural treasure, the Emerald Buddha, for several hundred years, until after the earthquake, where it was brought to a temple in current-day Laos for 6 years while the temple was being rebuilt. If you're wondering why we visited so many temples, well, Chiang Mai is renowned for its temples, having somewhere over 300 in and around the area. As the rain picked up, it was finally time to head back to our hotel after an exhausting day of seeing as many of the sights as we could cram into our first day. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, as it's a fast and easy way for us to keep our adventures going. And if you want to help support our channel, please visit our Patreon page, where you can become a monthly contributor to our educational travel videos. Thanks for watching and stay safe. See you next week.